What makes you decide that you want to leave the beautiful place of Thessaloniki that you love, from what I understand, and then move to somewhere you have no idea how it's going to be?
It was always a nice place for me, and financially I was doing really good. But the system of Greece doesn't help me accomplish my dreams. My goal is bigger. I wanted to come in a country that there is no limit. I have to find an idea, something to make money. I didn't have any plan. A friend of mine called me and he told me, Panos, I know that all the nightclubs are closed, and I know that you have a lot of clientele from the nightclubs. If anyone calls you, have 2 boats. I can rent them to you for 4 hours, 6 hours, or 8 hours, and you can rent them to your client. Next day, a very good client of mine from New York, American guy, called me and he told me that he wants to come to Miami to enjoy with his friends his bachelor party. Because back then New York was totally shut down. In 5 minutes, when I told him about the experience, he told me, Panos, I want to book the boat. And he sent me $2,400. That day, I made my first $400. Desperate, from my living room, in 15 minutes phone call. Next morning, I got my suit and I came here in Miami Beach Marina. As you saw before, if you don't have anybody to open the door for you to get in the dock, it's impossible to get in the dock. So I was pretending outside of the door that I talked to someone, and I was waiting for someone to come outside of the door so I can sneak in. I walked
in this marina
towards the boats, and every time I was finding out that someone is on a boat that I like, I was asking him, excuse me, sir, do you rent this boat? If I don't succeed in this business, I'm going back to Greece. I woke up with a phone call at 8 a.m. and since 12 a.m. in the night, my phone was ringing and I was getting money like that. And I was screaming in the house. I never gave up.
My friend, Panos.
Leondios, welcome.
Thank you so much. How you doing, man?
I'm very good. I'm very excited to see you again after the first time I met you in the cigar place. And finally we are together in my environment.
Yeah, man.
On a very nice 92 Sunseeker in Miami Beach Marina. The best hour, right? It's the sunset hour.
So, like you said, we are in beautiful yachts, in beautiful Miami, under beautiful weather. What brought us here? Why are we here?
We are here because we are blessed to live in the United States. I wanted to tell you that that was my dream since I was a little boy to move in the United States. I didn't know that I'm gonna move in Miami, but I always wanted to live in the United States. A member of my family was giving me always the idea of United States. It was my uncle, Leonidas, who was in Chicago for more than 20 years. And since I was a little boy, he was telling me stories. So watching the movies on the Greek TV, I created the vision. And in 2014, when I was 27 years old, I moved in Miami by accident.
By accident, huh?
Yes.
What was that accident?
So I met a friend, a very good friend, in 2012 in Thessaloniki, Greece, where I grew up. I was back in time 25 years old. And he fell in love with an American lady who used to live in Miami. So he came for 2-3 times. He visited Miami. He came back to Greece and he told me, Panos, I know a place that you're gonna fall in love with. The life is so good over there. I said, where is this place? Miami. Miami, this is in Florida, in the United States. He gave me all the information. He gave me, all the idea. And I took the decision very fast, just like that, to come with him. I came here, he helped me in the beginning, and I was very lucky. I came as a tourist. I was very lucky because I met a lady.
A beautiful lady.
A very beautiful lady that she was my first wife. So we stay here, we got married, we had really beautiful times. Unfortunately, after 3 3.5 years, she had a family problem and she had to go back to Italy. But I was already established here. My life was here, my dream was here, and I stayed.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So let's take it a step back before we come to Miami. You grew up in what place?
I grew up in Thessaloniki.
Thessaloniki, yeah? Beautiful Thessaloniki.
Thessaloniki is an amazing city.
Uh-huh.
For the people that they don't know, it has the mountain, the city, and the sea. It's a fantastic place with nice people and great food. Whoever goes to visit Greece, of course, they're gonna go to Mykonos, Santorini, Athens to see the beautiful sights, but I suggest them to visit Thessaloniki and eat the amazing food that we have, yeah.
Yeah, man, Thessaloniki is amazing.
You've been there, right?
Yeah, I've been a couple of times. It's a great place. Like you said, the food, the people, everything. And so it's very close to whenever you're like other islands, other like areas close to there. So
absolutely. Greece is small. Within an hour, you can travel everywhere by plane.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Cyprus is like a rock in the map.
Cyprus, unfortunately, I never been so far, but I heard from my friends who live there that it's an amazing place, the same like Greece, and it gives you more opportunities to build financially. I never been, but they told me that they do great there.
Yeah, now you have an open invitation to come.
Now that I know you, I'm gonna come to stay in your house for like 2-3 months.
Of course,
probably
of course.
This summer. But you have the same invitation to come to my place as well.
Thank you,
it's gonna be a pleasure.
Thank you so much. So how was it growing up in Thessaloniki? Because usually people that leave their country and go away to chase something else, like the American dream, whatever you wanna name it, they don't like their place or they're miserable or whatever. But it's not always the case. Some people like you just said, we like our place, but there's something else that we want to discover. What do you think is that? What do you think? And what makes you decide that you wanna leave the beautiful place of Thessaloniki that you love, from what I understand, and then move to somewhere you have no idea how it's gonna be?
Very nice question. I love Greece. It was always a nice place for me, and financially I was doing really good. But the system of Greece doesn't help me accomplish my dreams. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful place. I have my family there. I have my friends. I was going everywhere. I was a professional soccer player. I was playing soccer.
Uh-huh.
Everybody knew me. I was going to the coffee place, to the restaurants with my friends. I really had great time. But my goal is bigger. I wanted to come in a country that there is no limit. In Greece, unfortunately, there is a limit. Mm-hmm. The system of Greece doesn't allow you to grow. Mm-hmm. And if you have big dreams, it's harder to make it there.
Yeah, it's very, I would say, like from my experience, it's very suffocating, like especially in Cyprus, which is much smaller than Greece. It's a very, very lovely place, but yeah, if you want to like progress and do like chase your dream, whatever that might be, at some point it's very small, and the system drags you down. And it's like a friend told me recently, it's like a swamp. It pulls you down, and it's very hard. But,
yes, of course, there are many people that they are very capable to make things happen, right? But don't forget that I left in 2014 when Greece had the big financial crisis.
Yeah.
So it was, I believe, the right moment for me to immigrate in the United States. It was my dream to come here.
Uh-huh.
I enjoy my life. Every day I wake up in the morning and I pray for being here, for living in the United States, such a great country.
That's awesome, man. That's so good to hear. So you say you played, what was your career before coming? You played soccer professionally and that was it? Or?
So I grew up in a family that owns a store and we sell clothes. But since I was like 7 years old, I decided to be an athlete. I was always on on sports. And I like football a lot, soccer here in the United States. So
Football.
I became professional when I was 15 years old.
Okay.
I played for 8 years. And then I realized that I couldn't make my dreams true. The money that I was getting, I signed a contract for $40,000 a year, for example, when I was 18 years old.
Wow.
And I took only $10,000 euros, I'm sorry. It's hard to get to what you deserve. The financial crisis, of course, made it even harder. And then when I was 23 years old, I realized that I have to move in something different. I was good professional soccer player. I was good a player, but I had to work much more because I don't want to give only excuses. I had to work a little bit more to go in the higher level and accomplish the financial status that I wanted to get.
What lessons do you think you got from being a professional soccer player, football, that helped you achieve the life you want?
Or
maybe that
the most important is that when you play soccer, you have you are in a competition 24/7. You have to protect your position, to be in the 11 starting people in the team. You have to fight every single day. So I became competitive. The fact that I was belonging in a team helped me a lot to know how to behave with the other people, how to treat other people, how to help other people and get helped. These things helped me a lot to improve every aspect of myself. The passion for the football was very important, and I took this passion to every single thing that I do in my life in order to succeed. So I believe that soccer played a huge role in my life. It was a very good education for me, let's say, for everything else that I did after that.
Because from what I hear, it teaches you the being competitive, but also respectful.
Absolutely.
Right? And also belonging to a team.
Absolutely.
Which a lot of people, I think they don't have the chance to experience if they don't belong in a sports team or whatever when they grow up. And when they actually end up in a team, in a professional setting, they are whatever, they find it very hard to adapt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because you have to be able to communicate with 10, 15, 20 people, how many, that they are very unique, they're very different than you, they have their strengths, their weaknesses. You might agree with them, you might disagree with them, but you have to find a way to work towards a common goal, right? And which is very tough.
Absolutely. And if you adapt all these things that you just said to your job in the future, you're gonna be successful. And as you said, it's very hard for the people that they never experienced that to make it happen in their work, in their future work. Another thing that helped me a lot is the army. I was in the army of Greece. This one probably was the biggest lesson of my life, the biggest education, because I got the discipline that I already had from soccer, but in a harder way. I was in special forces with parachuters and things that didn't make sense at that time during the training to get the green beret. Makes sense now. With my job, I studied, I learned how to never give up until I make my goal true, my dream true. The Greek army helped me a lot. I don't know if it was because I went to the special forces or parachuting, but my life after that became, I became a different person.
That's so interesting, man. That's so interesting because I feel very similarly to you because in the army, in the military, in generally, you are forced to do some things you don't like. You are forced to push yourself every day. You're forced to be again with people you don't like most of the
Correct.
time. To overcome fear, especially like you in doing parachutes and everything, skydiving. That must be like full of fear and adrenaline, you know.
Yes.
And after that, I think after you do hard things, naturally you tend to go towards hard things, and you get it better and better every time after you achieve something.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
As I told you, I took all these things, all these experiences to my life now, and you cannot imagine how much I got help from all these experiences.
Yeah, because
And I have to say thank you to every person that I met in the army, and of course in the soccer and in my previous life, that they made me the person that I am right now.
they say in the army, he who dares wins, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Is that true?
100%. Yes. In the special forces, we say that whoever wants can come to the camp, but whoever is brave enough to stay, stays. It's a. I would never go back because it was very difficult, but I take all the experiences and I use them in my life.
For sure. And this saying, he who dares wins, is very important to me because when I had the chance to go to Bali like a few years ago, like 7-8 years ago.
Bali,
yes. I was contemplating to try something. I don't know. I don't remember what was it. And a local guy told me there, never try, never know. You know, these 4 simple questions. He who dare wins. Never try, never know. If you never try something, you never know where it can take you, and you never know how much better and more accomplished you can become from trying that thing. You know,
absolutely.
So that's what I recommend to everybody when I'm like, if you think about doing something, just do it. If you fail, okay, you have.
Of course, you have to see the big picture as well. What risks you take, because you cannot just do whatever.
Of course,
it comes in your mind.
Yeah.
Right. There is always. What I usually do is to do things that they improve my life. I can take a risk for something that is going to improve my life, to improve myself, to improve my business. Then I take a risk and I do it. Yeah, so you have to be sophisticated a little bit.
Yeah, so like you said, it's important to calculate the risk to reward ratio, right?
Exactly.
Because the risk without the proportional reward, sometimes it can be fatal.
Exactly.
So it's very important. Also, I think you are probably one of the most actually confident people I met, and with a very positive energy all the time. Where do you think this comes from?
Since I was a little boy, I remember myself always being positive. Even if sometimes I had hard times growing up for other reasons, for family reasons mostly, I was always positive. And of course, the last maybe 6-7 years that I live here in the United States, I read a lot of books of self-improvement, of the way that we have to think to be positive, and these books help me a lot. Every time I have a negative thought, I replace it with 10 positive thoughts. And my life since then, when I learned to do this trick to play with my mind and my brain, became much better. Yeah. Every single day, I feel blessed.
Yeah, man. You said something great, because what we learn now in my masters is this: like, everybody has the ant. Ant is automatic negative thoughts. You know, everybody has them.
Absolutely.
They come there. You know, and it's how you speak to yourself, and you might say something negative, whatever. And sometimes we don't notice them. You know, and we follow them, and they lead to a lot of things. But if we have the ability, like you said, to stop these negative thoughts and replace them with positive ones, guess what? Your mind listens to everything.
Yes, because everything that happens in your life begins from your thoughts, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Then it becomes words, and then it becomes reality.
100%.
Whatever you can vision, this is what I believe, right? You become. It comes to your life. So every time you have, for some people it's hard because they have hard life, but you have to build.
Yeah.
You have to build yourself, to reprogram yourself. These are things that if you try to explain to most of the people, they think that you are crazy. But guys, it works.
Yeah.
Believe me, it works.
100%. One example I like to use every time, I used it before as well. If I tell you now, don't think of a blue elephant. What's the first thing you're thinking?
A blue elephant.
So if I said to myself, don't stress, don't fear, don't do this, don't do that, guess what? I'm gonna fixate on the thing I'm telling myself not to do. So it's very important to talk to ourselves in a positive way.
Absolutely.
And like let's say if our own self is our best friend or whatever, or somebody we loved, you're not gonna say you're gonna be positive to them. You're gonna be, the way you speak is you're gonna be very careful what you say to them, right?
Whatever you think, Leondie, you become. The law of attraction works. Believe it or not. If you don't want to believe in it, it's okay. But it happens to me and many other people that I'm around with, and they are around me. Mm-hmm. And be with people that they are positive. Don't be with people that they are negative. You're gonna end up being negative. You don't want that. But it's hard because sometimes you have to get away from people that you really love, even if they are your family. You have to go away, my friend. You have to build your life. Every day, you have to put a little bit rock in your wall to build your castle, and then slowly your empire. But it has to be every day. And believe 100%, not 99%. 100%, if you believe in anything, 100% you make it happen. Mm-hmm. This is how I started my business, out of nowhere. My business.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. You came here, right?
Yes.
Of course, coming here, your dream wasn't to have like a yacht chartering company, right? So what was the first thing you did, and how it led you to this place?
I will tell you something.
Because, sorry for interrupting, but because somebody that sees you now, 7-8 years later, they're gonna say, oh, this guy had somebody that helped him or whatever, he found an easy way. And I know from talking to you, this is 100% not the way you did it. So please explain.
So when I first came here, first of all, I was working as a server in a Greek restaurant. Thank God, a very nice guy gave me the opportunity to be with him because I wanted to make my first money here in the United States. It's an expensive city. It's an expensive country. I was making really good money working 12 hours a day. Mm-hmm. I realized very soon after I started that this job is not for me, it's not for my personality. And I started to look for something different. I became a manager in a very nice hotel here in South Beach, where I was handling the beach club. We had 500 people every day, and we were providing food and beverage, chairs and umbrellas, rental. So I got some education about managing back then. After that, in 2017, life brought me to the nightlife. I became a promoter where I created my database, the clientele. Uh-huh. And COVID came, right? Before that, though, I wanted to tell you that I never been on a yacht in my life. In 2016, my very close friend, Christos, came in United States, and I told him, very soon, we're gonna be on the yachts, me and you. We're gonna have our fruit salads. We're gonna have the best life. I don't know how I said that to him. It came out of nowhere because back then in 2016, I had no idea about this business, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, in 2019, COVID came.
Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
What was the vision back then? Like coming here, what was the vision? Do you have like something specific, or you said I'm gonna go there and just figure it out?
I came here in 2014, so I said I'm gonna go there and figure it out. It was not a plan because I didn't know what I'm gonna deal with.
Okay.
But I don't know how it came out of nowhere, and I said that to Christos, my friend. In 2019, COVID came. I was promoter. All the nightclubs stopped working. I found myself desperate in my living room.
In 2020, this
2019, right?
In COVID?
In COVID, 2020.
Yeah.
So it was November 2020, and I was desperate in my house. I had a lot of connections. Everybody knew me. I knew everybody in Miami, but I didn't have income. I was desperate in my house. I have to find an idea, something to make money. I didn't have any plan. I don't want to say bullshit, you know. A friend of mine called me and he told me, Panos, I know that all the nightclubs are closed, and I know that you have a lot of clientele from the nightclubs. If anyone calls you, there is nothing to do here in Miami. I have 2 boats. His name is Dallas, a very nice guy. I have 2 boats, and I can rent them to you for 4 hours, 6 hours, or 8 hours. And you can rent them to your clients, adding your profit on top of my price. Next day, a very good client of mine, Nick, from New York, American guy, called me and he told me that he wants to come to Florida, to Miami, to enjoy with his friends his bachelor party. Because back then New York was totally shut down.
How many days later, you said?
The next day after the phone call that I received from a friend of mine with the boats.
That's insane.
And he told me, Panos, I'm coming with 5 friends of mine. Do we have any secret party or anything? I had a secret party. I had a villa party that a friend of mine was organizing back in time. But it was something that anytime the police can come inside, arrest the people. I don't want to be involved in illegal things, you know?
Yeah.
I'm in the United States. I want to be in, legal, everything nicely. You can make everything happen here. So I told my friend, my client, Nick, that I can give you a boat for 4 hours for $2,400, and you can bring your friends. I can have a bartender. You can connect your phone in the speaker of the boat and have amazing time, and it's gonna be legal because it's only your group. It's legal in Miami.
Yeah.
In 5 minutes, when I told him about the experience, he told me, Panos, I want to book the boat. And he sent me $2,400. That day, I made my first $400 desperate from my living room. In 15 minutes phone call, I said, what's going on? Why I was going to be a server for so many hours every day to make $200, why I didn't get involved earlier in this business. Next morning, I got my suit. I wore my suit, and I came here in Miami Beach Marina. As you saw before, if you don't have anybody to open the door for you to get in the dock, it's impossible to get in the dock. So I was pretending outside of the door that I talked to my to someone, and I was waiting for someone to come outside of the door so I can sneak in. And this is what I did. I walked
In this marina?
towards the boats, and every time I was finding out that someone is on a boat that I like, I was asking him, "Excuse me, sir, do you rent this boat?" "No, it's private." I was moving forward the next boat. "Excuse me, sir, do you rent this boat?" "Yes, I rent this boat. Come on board." I was saying, I have a big clientele for boats. I had nothing, my friend. I was going on the boat with my shoes and they were telling me, "You say you have a lot of clients, you need new boats and this and that, and you go on board with the shoes?" Doesn't make sense. You never go on board with the shoes. They were finding out that I don't have any experience and I was saying bullshit,
Yeah.
But I found 5 more boats and 2 of my friend Dallas, 7 boats. I organized everything with photos, pricing. I went home. It was like 7 p.m. when I went home and I organized all my stuff. But I didn't have what? I didn't have clients. I had 7 boats in Miami, but I didn't have clients.
Sorry, did you rent them that day? Like, did you have to pay money for them, or you just?
You don't have to rent anything. It's a win-win situation.
Okay.
Every time you have an inquiry, you just contact the owner to see if the specific boat is available, and then you just provide it to the client. If they like it, you get a deposit, 50% usually, and you lock in the boat for the day.
Okay.
It's a very nice, simple job, and most of the time you have to deal with nice people. So I called my friend, Antonis, who is a web designer in Greece. I told him, "Antoni, can you please create a website for me? Because I'm planning to do this and that." And I didn't have money. I never saved money back then. I was always spending my money to create connections and this and that. So he told me, "Pano, yes, I need $2,000. I didn't want to. I had like a few bucks in my bank account, but I didn't want to. I told him, "I want to give you 10% of my company." "But you don't have anything. What are you talking about?"
There's no company. Yeah.
So thank God, Antonis didn't get my deal, my proposal, and I didn't give him the 10%. I gave him $2,000 slowly. He created a very nice website.
Yeah.
And it was November, December, January, February. I only had like 3 bookings. I was doing some advertisement on social media, through my website, but nothing crazy. My girlfriend at that time came to me and she said, "Pano, I think that this thing doesn't work, and I see you all day working in your laptop, creating websites. It's better to find a job that will bring you money, and on your free time, you can work on it." And that time was the most critical in my opinion, because I said, "No, if I don't succeed in this business, I'm going back to Greece." January, February, nothing. March, I woke up with a phone call at 8 a.m. And since 12 a.m. in the night, my phone was ringing and I was making money. March, April, May, June, July, my phone was ringing non-stop. And I was getting money like that. And I was screaming in the house, like, "Yeah!" The girl was coming, "What happened?" "I just make 500. Man, yeah! I just make 200. Wow. So I never gave up. I never give up in general. I made it happen.
Yeah. You know what? What it reminds me when you say that I'm not gonna go find a safe job. I'm gonna try this. If I don't do it, I'm gonna go back home. It reminds me that saying that goes, you have to burn the boats down.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
You know the story?
Absolutely.
Like there was I don't remember the name now. There was a sergeant, whatever, like a military guy. They went to the Mexico and whatever, and his soldiers were very low in motivation. And he had to find a way to make them fight and have real motivation. So what he did, he burned the boats down. He said, "There's no way to go back. If you want to go back, you have to go through."
So that means that it's better to have only one plan, plan A. If you have plan B, you always have an excuse.
100%.
Plan A, my friend, you make it or you go home. This is what I did. And if I did it, everybody can do it. You just have to work on it and put all your mind, effort on it. Whatever it is, you can make it happen. There is no way you cannot make it happen. If you are healthy,
First of
you
all.
can make it happen.
Dude, that's so inspiring, you know? That's so inspiring because...
And everything else came like that, you know. Then on July, when the season goes down here, I went to Greece. The first year actually, I was on vacation. Then I realized that I can do the same thing that I created here in Miami, and I have 61 boats right now in Miami that I work with
61.
directly with the owners, yes.
Okay, let's talk with
Yeah.
numbers for a minute. So you found 7, let's say the
Yes.
first month. Okay, and now a few years later, like 5 years later,
Yes.
you have 61 in Miami.
Yes. 61 direct connections with the owners in Miami.
It's insane. Yeah, and you went back to Greece for the vacation, and yeah?
I went back to Greece for vacation. The first time I went back, I was just resting, enjoying my time with my family. Then I realized that I can do exactly the same thing. I can organize the same thing that I do in Miami, in Greece. And I did it in Mykonos. I had 4 bookings, something like that summer. Then I got a phone call from someone wanting a boat in Dubai. And in 2022, I think 2022, December, for the New Year's Eve, we made an incredible booking of $120,000 for 8 hours.
What?
166 footer. The boat name is Sensation. With my friend John, that I grew up with him in my hometown, and he does exactly the same thing that I do here in Dubai. So we got connected and we made this happen for our client. Then after Dubai, Saint-Tropez came, Monaco, Cannes, Italy, south of Italy, Marbella, Mallorca, Ibiza,
Wow.
all these places. New York, here in the United States. I'm next Saturday. I have a huge booking in New York. I'm going actually.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's
So this business became international out of nowhere. Before that, I never stepped on a boat in my life. So if I made this, everybody can do everything. There is no way. Never give up. You're gonna make it happen. Put the effort.
So what's the one thing you think that helped you made it? The never give up thing, or like what do you think is one trait or characteristic of your character, of your personality that helped you reach this level, you know?
My confidence, of course, the passion to make it happen, the passion to prove to myself that I can do it. And of course, there were many people before I start that I told them my idea, and they were super negative because they were telling me, Pano, there are super beautiful, huge companies that they do boat rentals. Why the client will come to you? They will come to me because I engage with the people the way that nobody can engage with the people. Yachts Miami Vice is different than everybody here in Miami and all over the world. Believe it.
What makes it different?
The way we engage with the people. It's completely different, yes. We provide an experience that we provide, first of all, the Greek hospitality. That it's completely different than every other person, every other nationality. They do great, yes. The American hospitality is great, but the Greek is passionate. we are there to make sure that every single detail on a boat is perfect. The extra services we provide, because we do luxury transportation, food catering, private chefs, bartenders, cocktails. We make everything happen in a so nice and smooth way that everybody, after they experience Yachts Miami Vice, they come with us. They send their friends and family on our way.
Because they know they are guaranteeing and a very good experience and very personal experience.
Yes, plus they get the best deal in the market. For me, it's a marathon. It's not important for me to make few more bucks to steal from my client. I don't steal. I want them to have good time.
So they can come back again.
They can come again. They can go anywhere in the world and call me and tell me, Panos, do you have a boat over there? And I'm gonna be there to make it happen for them. I'm gonna travel there to be there to make everything happen for them.
Wow.
It's my passion. It became my passion. And I have big, huge goals.
Yeah. So, let's say you have a young man or woman now, 25, 23 years old. They're very confused, they don't know what to do. They may have a vision, they might know, they might want to do a lot of things in their lives. They might be broke or whatever. What's the most important advice you can give them so they can follow their dreams or even find their dreams? Because most people don't even know their dreams,
Yes, first of all, I want to tell to every person that age don't matter. Doesn't matter how old you are. You can make it when you are in your 20s. You can make it when you are in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Doesn't matter. What matters is to improve yourself every day.
Little by
and little by little or big by you have to improve. Move. If you move, things and life will bring what you deserve. Then slowly you will find out what you like. The most important is to find something that it's not a job for you. For me, it's not a job. I can sit with you and any other person in the world, talk about boats all day long, 24/7. I sleep and I think of me on a boat. I think of my job. It's not a job, it's my life.
Yeah.
So, no rush. No matter how old you are, improve yourself, read books, surround yourself with nice people that they improve you and they are better than you. Don't waste not even 1 minute with people that they drag you down. Don't waste your time, my friend, if you want to succeed. No stress. Life is going to bring you everything. Believe in it. Talk to the universe. Law of attraction will make it happen. This is my suggestion for the younger people.
Yeah, and I'm hearing a video a while ago. Yes, law of attraction works only if you incorporate Goya. What is the law of Goya? What is Goya? Get off your ass.
That's true.
You cannot expect the law of attraction to work if you don't work. If you don't put the effort as well. So it's very important because you believe in yourself. You had all the confidence they all, but also you came here and you grind. And you try it again until you make it. So that's for me. It's equally important.
Step by step. Don't ask how. Improve yourself. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, huh?
Absolutely, my friend. It's gonna happen.
What's the meaning of success to you?
Success for me, Leondie, you have an amazing name. It means lion, right?
Yeah.
Success for me is to go to sleep every night and sleep like a baby. Be relaxed because you had an amazing day, an amazing life. Me personally, I want to have a nice family. I want to create a nice family, provide everything for my kids and my wife, and go to sleep every night peacefully. with my mind clear, stay healthy. This is success.
And I see you work out a lot, you exercise a lot, like you take care the whole, your body, your mind, everything, you know? Is that important to you?
It's very important, and to be honest, from 2014 to 2016, let's say, I focus more in how to find a way to be successful than to take care of my body. But when I started the business of the yachts, I realized that I have to be fit as well. Because when you work out, it's hard, I know. Nobody wants to go to work out, right? To be in the gym and spend time instead of going for a coffee. But after that, after the workout, the feeling that you get, the confidence that you have, helps you with everything else. So it's not only how to make more money, it's how to improve everything in your life. Everything. The way you talk to the people. I was really bad on it. I was very aggressive. I was aggressive.
Wow.
I was aggressive. I didn't have patience. When I first came and before, when I was in Greece, I was very egoist. I wanted everything to happen my way. I never listened to the people, and my girl now helped me a lot with that. She put me in order. She organized me. I became a more organized person. So that's the situation.
Yeah, and like you say, you cannot grind for one part of your life and then neglect everything else, because eventually they're gonna come and find you. If you neglect your body and your physical appearance, whatever, eventually you're not gonna be healthy enough, or you're not gonna have the right cognitive ability to do the job you do. So eventually your job will go down.
Absolutely.
So for me, like, it's very important, like, exercise not just to look good, because you help your mind. You
to look good as well. To look as well. It's very important how the people see you. It's the truth.
100%.
What way? Someone, from the way you look, they will come with you or not.
100%.
Even if you are super educated or you have so many charisma, the way you look is very important as well. Everything is important.
Everything, yeah.
You have to improve in everything. Don't get stressed. Work on it. Slowly. Don't expect, like, tomorrow I'm starting, I want to be fit in a few days. No. It's a long way. It's a marathon.
Yeah.
It never stops.
Yeah. Everything we do in life, man. What is one advice or code or whatever you hear in your life that you like and you keep reminding yourself of it? Like maybe somebody told you something, maybe you heard it, somebody you read it in a book. What is one thing that you keep reminding yourself of it?
Being positive.
Yeah, that's it, huh?
This is something that I read in the book, or Law of Attraction, and many other books that I read. And every time I have I told you before, every time I have a negative thought, I replace it right away. Like when on your laptop, you get something in the screen that you don't like and you press X.
Yes.
You have to do that with a negative thought and replace it with something that it's good and it's gonna help you being positive. This is what I always do, and my life goes good.
Wow. And what is the worst advice you ever received?
What the people they gonna say if you do this? The people don't care about you, first of all, in United States. This is what I love in United States. Nobody cares. They're gonna care. They will care about what you did when you are already successful.
Yeah.
So do it your way. Nobody cares until you make it. Then you can say your story in a podcast, and everybody will be happy. Until you make it, everybody will say negative things. Oh, he had someone to help him, as you said before.
Yeah. Or he's delusional. What is he doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will always find something negative. It will never stop. Just ignore it.
Yeah, because negative people always find excuses. It's much easier to find excuses that than to solve the problems. You know, actually ways to solve the problems. So yeah, man. Wow.
Thank
Amazing,
you.
man.
I appreciate you.
Or in the way you say it, it sounds very honest, you know, because it's
It is, brother. This is my life. It works. And it's not only for me, it's for everybody, bro. Everybody will take these notes out of my life, and there are plenty of people that they can give you even more suggestions. They are successful people. Me, I believe that right now, I'm in 10% of what I can do. I can do really, really better and better in my life. I'm like maybe 10, 15%.
Really?
Yes, this is what I believe for myself. That I have to give more. I don't give 100%.
Wow.
I try to go there every single day.
This is a definition of growth, of the growth mindset, my friend, you know? Like the growth mindset never stops. There is always room for progress. You are never perfect. You never know everything, and there's always a room for more. You know. And,
Absolutely.
Like you said, as long as you can take it one step further, a little bit every time.
Every single day.
Yeah, every single day, and it compounds. You know, and you don't recognize it.
But we have also to say the truth, that you have to be in the right environment with the right people, right? Because, as I said before, in Greece, you cannot make it happen the way you can make it happen in the United States. You need a lot of more effort to make it happen in Greece. You cannot make it happen, unfortunately. I'm so sad that such a beautiful country is so messed up. But, from what I see, we are improving.
You think?
Yes, I believe we are improving in many factors.
Yeah.
We're improving. Hopefully, I believe in Europe for some reason. I like Europe. I believe the ideas. Hopefully, Europe is gonna be back in a good way, safe way soon.
Yeah.
But no matter what, I don't change United States with anything. United States for me gave me everything from the first step. I respect this country, the Americans, the people that they live in Miami. It's a multicultural area, city, great cultures, Cubans, Colombians, everybody here. And everybody can make it happen. Look how beautiful. We are in Miami Beach Marina. 10 years ago, if someone would tell me, Pano, one day you're gonna be with Leontios and his father in Miami Beach Marina having the best podcast ever, talking about your life, I would say to this guy, what medicine are you taking? Because I think it's expired.
Well, 100%, man. 100% is crazy because it's very hard to fathom, to understand where your mind can take you if you believe, like you said before. And one thing about Miami, in the United States in general, but in Miami, you know, you see so many successful people. You see so many rich people, millionaires, billionaires, everything. You know what I understand, Panos? Everybody is a person, you know? Nobody is a god, nobody is unique, nobody is like fully gifted. Everybody is a person with their story.
Everybody is unique, Leo.
Yeah, everybody is unique.
Everybody is unique.
Yeah, and these people are no better than you or me or anybody. These people happen to be in certain situations, to put in the work, to believe, and so many other variables that can go together because luck also plays a big variable, right? Because if let's say your friend Dallas never called you
probably I wouldn't have the idea to
probably never, right?
You know what? Sometimes you get the opportunity, but you don't. I mean, you have the information of an opportunity, but you don't realize.
Yep.
And it happens. This is the difference between Europe and the United States. You have opportunities to grab from the hair. We say in Greece, grab the opportunity from the hair. Take it from the hair.
Yeah.
You have The opportunity though. In Greece, what opportunity? Here, brother, you can walk on the street and someone fell down. You help him to stand up and he is a billionaire. He's a nice person and he tells you, come with me. You are a nice guy, come with me. And he changes your life.
That's what I'm saying. You never know who you're gonna meet, you know?
Here in the United States, you can see someone who looks like a homeless and he can be number one financially all over Miami. And you can see someone who
Faking it.
who is like a bright sign, who doesn't have anything to offer you. Of course, you don't count the people according to what they have to offer you, but I'm saying that you have to be careful from the fake people as well.
100%. And also we don't say that to focus on the materialistic stuff. But if you like, for me, money is never the goal, but money it's a good vehicle to take you.
What is the goal?
To be happy, to have people I love, and to be able to provide to
yes,
people around. That's
but
it.
Another thing
And
is
progress.
the freedom.
And freedom, yeah, 100%. 100%.
Freedom.
Yeah, and being, like you said, being healthy, being able to provide for the people you love, and going to bed happy with what you did and loving your job, that's freedom, man.
Exactly.
You know? That's freedom, man. So yeah, 100%, man, 100%. And it starts from within. You have to start believing that it's possible. You have to that's one of the reasons I like doing this podcast, and I like talking with successful people like you, because you realize that these people were once normal people with dreams and everything, and they made it happen, you know. And most of them than not, these people make it happen because they had the belief and they put in the work. That's it.
Exactly.
You know?
Believe. The magic of belief. This is the book that Arnold Schwarzenegger read, and he became Arnold Schwarzenegger. You have to read it.
Yeah, I didn't read it, but I have to read it. And because that guy manifested everything years ago. He said, I'm going to go be the bodybuilder and be...
Yes, because he created the vision. He created the vision and he put himself in the story. I was on Collins Avenue in 2016 with a bicycle. I was renting the city bikes back then to move around because I didn't have my driver license. And I didn't have the money, even if I had the driver license, to buy a car. And I visioned myself being on a SUV, comfortable and driving, while I was riding the bike. Guess what? Right now I have an SUV and I listen my favorite songs on Collins Avenue.
Yeah, and you remember yourself riding a bicycle, you know?
Yes, absolutely, because you never had to forget what you passed, what experiences you get. Something very important. The smart guy get the lesson of the experiences that he lived. The genius person get the lessons of the experiences that the other people around him had.
So learning from other people's experiences.
Absolutely, you have to. It gives you an extra edge, you know, an advantage. Getting the lesson without experiencing the thing.
In performance psychology, I don't know where you heard this, but in performance psychology, we have this.
Oh, yeah?
And it's called vicarious learning. Learning from other people's experiences.
Exactly.
You know?
This is something that I learned by myself. I didn't read it somewhere, but it's a common sense. It's not
apparently there is scientific proof and evidence that support your
absolutely.
Yeah. Because 100%, you see people, you have role models, you see people that they live the life that you want to live, and you model after them, you know, and you copy them and you learn from their mistakes, and you don't waste time on those mistakes, and you keep going, you know. It's very important to learn from people, you know. That's what I realized as well. It's very important. Everybody has something to teach you.
Absolutely.
Even if it is good or bad or something to avoid, everybody. Of course, you get the best lessons from the better people than you.
Yeah. Always around yourself. We said that before.
100%. We talked about so many interesting things, and thank you for this opportunity, because how we met. Roman, our common friend Roman
Borosianu, who was a teammate in Athens with me, very great guy.
I used to play soccer with you, and then I used to work with him 2 years ago. I told him I'm coming to Miami, and he told me, I know a great guy, an incredible guy. You should text him, and you should guys meet. And I text you out of nowhere, and dude, from day one you're very open. You say, yeah, let's meet, let's do something, and thank you for that, because I coming here, I wasn't nobody. I knew nobody, so it was very important to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I want to thank Roman for connecting us. Unfortunately, I was a little bit busy, and now that it's like the second time that I see you, but I want to thank you because you give me the opportunity through your podcast to express myself the way I want and to give some important information about what I did in my life, and I'm happy, and to give some suggestions to the people that they never have to give up and they can succeed in life. I want to make a second one, maybe in Greece, in a nice yacht in Greece, right? Or we can go to work out together because I see you are a strong guy. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be in your podcast. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Is there anything we didn't share or whatever?
I think we're good, but...
I forgot the halloumi.
Oh!
I forgot some halloumi all the way from Cyprus.
Can I eat it right now?
Okay. You can eat it whatever you want.
It's so good.
Grill
you know,
fried.
I'm gonna go home, grill it a little bit, and add honey on top. I appreciate you. We love Cyprus, Greece. We love everybody. Everybody. I appreciate you for everything, man.
Thanks again, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you.